In this video, we are going to be evaluating algebraic expressions with two or more variables. Example 1, evaluate the following algebraic expression at x equal to 2 and y equals to 3. Negative x plus y minus 6. So what I'm going to do is every time I see a variable, I have two variables here, x and y. Anytime I see a variable, I'm going to put parentheses, and then inside of that parentheses, I'm going to put in the number that the variable equals. So I've tried to color code it to make it a little bit easier to visualize. So after substituting, I'm going to have negative 2 inside the parentheses, so the 2 was the x, so that goes inside the parentheses, and then plus 3 in parentheses, that was my y, so that replaces my y, and then minus 6. I'm going to follow the order of operations here, and I'm going to do negative 2 plus 3. That's going to give me 1, and then I have 1 minus 6, and that's going to give me my final answer of negative 5. Example 2, we're adding just a little bit extra here. So evaluate the following algebraic expression at x equal to negative 2 and y equals to 3. So we have negative 4x plus y minus 6. So again, anywhere I see a variable, I'm going to put parentheses. And then inside of the parentheses, I'm going to put the number that replaces the variable that represents the variable. So I'm going to have negative 4 parentheses negative 2 because that's my x, plus parentheses with 3 inside of it because that's my y, and then minus 6. And then I'm going to follow order of operations. I'm going to do my multiplication first of negative 4 times negative 2. That's going to give me 8. So I have 8 plus 3 minus 6. And then I'm continuing to follow order of operations. I'm going to add 8 plus 3 gives me 11. And then we do 11 minus 6. And the final answer is going to be 5. All right, let's look at a little bit of a harder example. Example 3, evaluate the following algebraic expression at x equal to negative 2 and y equal to 3. Negative 4x squared plus y squared minus 6. Again, anywhere I see a variable, I'm going to put parentheses. Inside of those parentheses, I'm going to put the number that the variable equals. So I'm going to have negative 4 parentheses negative 2 squared plus 3 squared minus 6. So again, I've replaced negative 2 with my x, and it's surrounded by parentheses, and then I replace my y with 3 inside of the parentheses. Now, following order of operations, I need to take care of my exponents, and so that's going to simplify to be negative 4 times 4 plus 9 minus 6. That's because negative 2 squared gives me 4, and then 3 squared gives me 9. Now, again, following my order of operations, I'm going to do negative 4 times 4, which gives me negative 16. Then we have negative 16 plus 9 minus 6. So I'm going to do negative 16 plus 9. That's going to give me negative 7. And then I have negative 7 minus 6. So my final answer here is going to be negative 13. All right, let's do an example now with three variables. Example 4. Evaluate the following algebraic expression at x equal to negative 2 and y equal to 3 and z equal to 2. I have the quantity x plus y squared minus 6z. So anywhere I see a variable, I'm going to put parentheses. And inside of those parentheses, I'm going to put the numbers that those variables equal. So that's going to look like this. So I have negative 2 in place of x, 3 in place of y, and 2 in place of z. Now, I need to simplify by using the order of operations. Since the x plus y was inside of the parentheses, that's what I got to do first. I got to do that negative 2 plus 3 first. That's going to give me 1. So I have 1 squared minus 6 times 2. Next, your exponent's going to come next. So 1 squared is going to be 1. So then I have 1 minus 6 times 2. Multiplication is going to come next, so I'm going to do negative 6 times 2, which gives me negative 12. So I'll have 1 minus 12, and my final step, the answer is going to be negative 11. All right, let's look at example 5. It's our last example. We're doing three variables again, but I wanted to do an example that looked like this where there's a fraction involved. And so we're going to evaluate the following algebraic expression at x equal to -2 and y equal to -3 and z equal to 2. The numerator of our fraction is 3x minus 5y, and that's all being divided by -z. And so, like we've been doing in all the other examples, anytime you see a variable, I want you to put parentheses, and then inside of those parentheses goes the numbers that the variable equals. And so that's going to look like this. So -2 goes in place of the x, the -3 goes in place of the y, and then the 2 goes in the place of the z. Now, in order to simplify this, I need to do the top part of my fraction first. And so before I go forward, I want to mention that the bottom of my fraction, there's really nothing left to do here. It's just going to be a -2. But if I did have more than that, you would want to do the top, and then you want to do the bottom, and then you'll be simplifying from there. So you want to take it step by step. And so my first order of operations, the thing I need to do here first is do 3 times -2. That's going to give me -6. So I have -6 minus 5 times -3 in my numerator, all divided by -2. Next, I need to do multiplication of the -5 and the -3. So that's going to give me a positive 15. So I have -6 plus 15 on the top, all divided by -2. My last step here is that I'm going to add the numerator, so -6 plus 15, that's going to give me a positive 9, and then I'm going to have -2 in the denominator of my fraction. Now, there's nothing left I can do here because you can't actually simplify this, so you can just leave it as a fraction, 9 over -2, or -9 halves.